cue to the following presentation of the National Football League. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Green Bay Packers
being on some chill
and the Chicago Bears.
Real cool. Maybe on that rap to pay the bills. Now I'm feeling not even a little bit. Oh Lord, know yourself, know your worth. My actions been louder than my words. How you sold, but still sold unheard. Wanna do it, we can do it on the turf. Oh Lord, I'm the rookie in the vet. Shout out to the I ain't holding down the set. All up in my phone looking at pictures from the other night. She gon' be upset if she keeps scrolling to the left, dog. She gon' see some that she don't wanna see.
So glad to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Nick Pringleton here in the booth. And off we go from the Windy City. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Let's go.
On play action, Love. He's going to air one out right away. He will go all the way. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. His 6th touchdown now for the season.
The kick is good.
You talk about a way to get this one started, Greg. Come on the road, go downfield deep, and put 6 on the board.
You can tell, Mike, this offensive coordinator, he wanted to come out aggressive in this one. Finds himself on the road. What does he do on the first snap? Deep shot, touchdown, strike first.
What is up?
They'll start on the ground with Swift. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Throwing on 2nd down. Williams. He keeps it himself. And he is out of bounds. That's a couple yards short of the marker. And he'll bring up 3rd down.
The key to a good quarterback scramble, Mike, is knowing when it's time to go from a thrower to a runner. And that's exactly what we saw here. Doesn't get the first down, but he's able to pick up some really positive yards and then get out of bounds.
On 3rd and 2, it's Williams. He's got his tight end. It's Loveland. 16 yards. First down. Gets a gain of 16 yards.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important. Like everybody stresses, we want to possess the ball. Give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
We'll try to set up the screen here to Swift. He's out of bounds. Gain of 4. Second down.
You see so many teams wait till 3rd down to execute their screen game. But like in this case, the play caller changes things up. He uses the screen game on 1st down, which will have an effect on this pass rush going forward. How aggressive do they want to get after the quarterback? Because they got that screenplay still in the back of their head.
From the 31, here is 2nd down and 5. Here's the former Memphis Tiger, Kenneth Gainwell. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard yards on the play. It's a pickup of 13 yards. Good for a Bears first down. 1st and 10.
And these are the explosive runs that open everything up. There's all this conversation about the value of the run game, but when you take a look at the best running teams, Mike, it's not necessarily how many yards they run for, it's how many big plays do they generate on the ground. And when you can generate big plays on the ground, it makes everything so much more difficult. Well, Mike, you know the old saying, more tight ends on the field
What is up?
And the run takes the man from Rutgers, Kyle Monunga. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is first and goal coming up.
Well, here's where you really see the value of having a good
Goal at the
third
7-yard
and short,
line.
fourth and short. The ability to just keep it simple, win up front, turn around, hand the ball to your back, and say, okay, more likely than not, we're going to get a fresh set of downs, maintain possession, and now continue to find opportunities to go generate plays.
This one onto the floor. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Second and goal.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
From the 2 now, here's second and goal.
What is up? Park squares! Park squares!
They'll go play action here with Williams. That is intercepted. Picked up by Javon Bullard. Accelerating toward midfield. Still going. And he's going to bring this one the distance. Touchdown, Green Bay. Sanders here for the extra point.
His kick is good.
Is good. And the Packers move out on top. 14-0.
Jason Sanders
Down
set to
Myers is
kick
back
off.
to boot this one away. On the return, it's Rashid Shaheed. Oh, he's got room past the 30. A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
Unbalanced look here to the right side on first and
What is
10.
up? Yes, yes! Yes, yes!
Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he is out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
It's so early in the game, you have to be careful now as coaches and players that you don't find yourself trailing early and get out of your game plan. There is so much time left. Stick to what you've worked on all week. There's plenty of time to chip away and see if you can make this thing close come the fourth quarter.
This one is down. It's incomplete. Defenseman right there with him. It brings up second down.
It's second down and 10.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
Now he'll run. And runs getting next. He's out of bounds, and that will bring up third down.
That's a smart play. Second down, don't force it if it's not there. He's able to tuck it, pick up some extra yards, and set up a more manageable third down.
They'll come up to third and 3.
What is up? Paul, 32!
On third down, it's Williams from the gun. And he's going to grab the first down, take it down for a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
For the Bears.
Mike, I think we make so much of all these fancy routes, right? The selling the end things, getting in and out of the break. And while that's really important to create separation, that's really more of a man beater. That's when teams want to just play you one-on-one and you have to beat the defender. Against zone defense like we saw here, it's a lot more simple. Understand the concept of the play. Understand where the holes in the defense are. Get there and be friendly to the quarterback in every play.
7.
Yes, yes, yes. Finish it, hold on.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. That's complete to his running back. Kenneth Gainwell. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
What really stands out in the drive is the ability of the quarterback to really spread the ball around to multiple targets and put so much pressure on the defense, deciding who do they want to account for, because no matter who they try to take away, quarterback's doing a nice job of finding the open man.
That's a short move. Up by Kmet. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be second and goal.
At the
A bit of a
3-yard
quick
line.
hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Throw it again. It's Williams. And that is Gus in the end zone. Who's in? Rashid Shaheed. Touchdown, Chicago. Greg, we better tie those shoelaces tight. We could be in for a track meet. Great start on offense in this one.
Yeah, it certainly has, Mike, and I think the biggest thing for this offense is how they've bounced back to some early first down numbers, some trailing here in the first quarter, and they cut into that lead. They're feeling this thing's going to go back and forth, and we're going to have some fireworks ahead of us.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Showing off the big leg. Didn't want to defend a return, so this ball going to be spotted at the 35-yard line.
Set, hut. Black 40. Ready, ready.
They'll run, and here's the rookie from Michigan. He is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
Brought down back at
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Throwing on second down, Love. He's there after the catch, and the ball comes free. The Bears have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble. All of a sudden, the guys who are on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back, but either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position.
On first down, Ken Swift. Trying to find someplace to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of one.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Ready, set.
On second down, it's Williams. Was brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4. Bring it up for third down.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping to do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
What can they do here on third down and 7? From the shotgun, it's Williams. This is caught 2. To the goal line. It's in. Austin Butler. Touchdown, Bears. His 4th TD grab of the season. Trying to take advantage of the good field position and moving downfield for the score.
When you take the field as an offense, there's a little added confidence boost, Mike, when you see yourself this close to the end zone. You get into the huddle. You're anxious to see what the next couple plays are. You're able to take advantage and then punch it in.
On the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
Here we go, set.
Throw to the right flat. It is caught. Oh, nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
So after one, it's the Bears off to the early lead. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. We begin quarter number 2. The Packers have the football. They've got it with a 2nd down and 10.
Ready. Set.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. Going left side. And it's taken in by Williams. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of
It is a big-time play for the Packers. 42 yards down.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
50 red. Set.
We go play action with Love. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he marks it at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that way.
Some hitting going on there. He was right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
Coming off that edge, Mike, you have to quickly determine, is this a pass or is it a run? Once he realized there was a run, he's able to shed his blocker, make the play, no gain.
Trying again here from the 7-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Here we go. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just a good one way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyway. You do know it'll be 3rd down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
45. Wide. Ready.
From the gun, on 3rd down, it's Love. It is brought in the end zone. Touchdown, Packers. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
Shaheed now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25. This drive will begin with a run by Swift. And he'll move this ahead quarter 4 yards. 2-yard line now. Here's 2nd and 5.
What is going on? Watch it.
Up the middle they go. Well, that looked like a pretty clear hold. The gain was 5, but let's check the call. That's on Joe Thuney.
What is it?
Williams to throw on 2nd down. Complete to Swift. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down. Getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Brings up 3rd and
May not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's a 3rd down and 4.
What is it?
Williams.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
They'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds.
Ultra. Bolt down. 52 boom. Cut, cut.
The start on the ground. And it's brought down after a gain of
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment. Keeps this to a modest gain at best.
ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Yellow. 43.
It's the tight end Kraft in motion. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. Pick up there, 28 yards.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
At the right side and brought in by Williams.
complete to
And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
Brings up 2nd and
For this quarterbacks, Mike, they have an internal clock in their head. How does my protection match up with the rush and the route concept I'm trying to attack downfield? In this case, he's looking downfield, realizes quickly this ball's got to come out, checks it down to his underneath drag, picks up what he can.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. Give up 14 on that one. Good for a Green Bay 1st down. 1st and 10.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
Williams in motion.
Cut.
Now the former Pitt Panther, Israel Abanikanda.
Israel,
And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
he's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 20, here's 2nd down and 9.
Set, hut. Yellow, 22. Ready?
Here's Love. He's at the 7. And the Packers are going to be set up with a first and goal on a pass play that moves them down to the 1.
That's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. Nice job there making that happen.
Hut, hut.
Run this one in.
In these goal-to-go situations backed up on your own goal line, Mike, what they teach the defense is it's your job to establish a new line of scrimmage. And that's exactly what they did here. Watch the push they get. The offensive line goes backwards, and they take the ball carrier down for a loss.
From back at the 2 now, here's second and goal.
Set. Black, 95. Set, go.
Here's Love to throw. Take it in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Green Bay. Now Sanders on for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Packers add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. After the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away.
Set to kick off.
Shaheed now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. They finally get him down, but he gets all the way up close to the 40-yard line.
At their own 39-yard line.
From the 39, here's a first and 10.
Let it slip.
They will run it over center with Swift. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, that's how you get a drive started. A big play here in the run game, and you have to imagine this is something we're going to continue to see. Success early in the drive typically results in success later in the drive.
Let it slip.
They'll run here with Gainwell. Modest gain. 82 yards. And second down.
So his team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play.
Second down, 8 yards to go.
Here we go. We got Biggie Frosty. Biggie Frosty. What is it on? Here we go.
The shotgun, it's a give to Swift. Good running there. He's got the first down inside the 30.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on third down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in third down. I want to get all of my conversions on first and second down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Let it slip.
On first down, they give it right back to Swift. What a pickup, a gain of 18. And it sets up first and goal.
And this offense just continues to chew up yards and get first down after first down. And defensively, now you find yourself a little bit on your heels. You're defending a goal-to-go situation. They need to step up here and get a stop.
Well, a chance to get right back in it here. First down and goal.
Let it slip.
They'll run with Swift. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
The tackle by Nate Hobbs.
That's a timeout for Green Bay. It'll be their second.
Brings up
And they'll get
second
together
and goal.
prior to the second down play.
10-yard line.
Guys, guys, let it up.
Now Williams. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Packers going to use their final timeout now.
A 6-yard
Things over
brings
before
up
third down.
and goal.
Combo. Let it up. LeBron, slam left, slam left.
Swift. And he's not going to get in. Tackle the slide. It'll bring up fourth and goal.
By Quay Walker.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no greeting or reaction. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Here we go. Offense still out there. It is fourth and goal. Oh, the hard count looked like they caught somebody to jump. If they did, they pick up the first down. The offense staying on the field. They're going to go on fourth and goal. They'll indeed go. It's Williams. Good blocking, and he's in with
I just had a feeling that this might be coming, right? It's kind of been brewing all game, Mike. You see it so often on fourth down. The most difficult play to defend deep in the red zone. This quarterback scramble. The defense lets the quarterback get outside the pocket and puts so much pressure on your pacing defenders in the secondary, and they can't latch on, and he takes it on himself.
The return team going to let
The
that one
Packers
go.
take
It'll
over
go through
first
the
and
end zone.
10
It's a
at their
touchdown.
own 35-yard line.
Ready. Fight. 60. 10 black.
Love to throw it on first down. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He's going to be dragged down, but now he's inside the 25.
It's a gain of
It's a huge play in a tight ball game.
Packers
42 yards.
first and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Set. Let's go. 33. Yellow. Set.
On second down, Love. It's over the middle to Golden. And the first and goal is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's good for a Packers first down.
Watch out there. 52.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Hut.
To throw is Love. Well, broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. That was excellent there. It'll bring up seconds and goal.
Doesn't get much better than that. Had he gotten there just a little bit earlier, he probably draws the flag a little late.
Here we
It's
go.
probably a
Here we
touchdown.
go. 45. White. Cut, cut.
A second down throw for Love. Catch is made. That is Williams. And the defense trying to tighten down here. They're going to hold them to a gain of 3. That's going to set up third and goal.
Ready?
Now Love. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Packers. That is second touchdown of the game. This one number 7 of the year.
Jason Sanders for the
It's a
extra
bit
point.
of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're
kick
trying to
is
come
good.
away with 6, and
Makes the
before
score
goes the field goal
Packers
try.
34.
They take a shot in the
Bears
end zone,
22.
and they come away with a touchdown.
Jason Sanders set to kick off.
Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Boy, some bulk in the formation on that right side here for first and 10. Operating from the shotgun, it's Williams. And we'll see where they spot this. Very close to first down. Just shy of the mark.
Yards on the pickup.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Give up the middle with Swift. And he's got it. First down.
It's possible they could have tried to be a little bit more aggressive on second down, knowing they had 3rd and inches in their back pocket. But I don't think anyone's going to complain. Pick up the first down, extend the drive, see if you can go score.
Here's first and 10.
Ready, set.
Off play action. Here's Williams. Hit as he throws it. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time. And it'll set up second down.
He was covered by
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
Try again. It's second and 10.
Ready, set.
Working out of the gun. Here's Williams. He's going to tuck it and go. And he'll be lucky to just get some sponsors yards out of that one. Out of bounds.
That's a
Pick
gain
up
of 3.
2.
It's third
Nothing
and
open here
7.
downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
Here's third and 7. On third down, it's Williams from the gun. His second catch of the drive. This one good for 15 and a first down.
Gain of 15 yards.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You can see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Stephon Fuller.
Intercepted by the Packers. They'll take over first and 10.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10.
Set. Ready. Black 40.
That is Ferguson in motion. begin here on the ground. And he'll be brought down after a short pickup. So the 24. Isaiah Simmons comes up to end the game.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
On the double.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Ready, ready. 52 blue. Set, hut.
To throw is Love. He'll get that into the hands of Williams. He's going to be able to go, but he's got the first down. A big 9 yards.
Similar to a time is often considered the safety blanket.
Hut, hut.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he finds some space after a gain of 7 on a first down.
A 7-yard
Ready.
Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
3-yard line.
60 red. 60 red. Set.
Off the play fake. Here's Love. Now a ball deep, middle of the field. And it's going to be 3rd down.
They're trying to take the top off the defense, make them feel that vertical threat, and soften everything up. Wasn't a ton of separation downfield, at least not what they would have preferred, and ended up being a wasted down.
10 black. Ready.
Out of the shotgun, it's Love. And that is incomplete.
Here we find the best late plays sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchdown. First down to the 20-yard
Their
line.
own 20-yard line.
It's not enough. You solid left, but it's not enough. You better reach them, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Somebody gotta do it.
What is up?
He'll start on the ground with Swift. And he'll get to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
All the qualities that make a good safety are seen on display on this play. Speed, pursuit, and then the intensity and the strength at the point of contact for the tackle to keep this ball carrier to no gain. That is a complete safety play.
He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
What is it?
From the shotgun, it's Williams. Down the field, it's DJ Moore. Just shy of 19 yards. That is past number 60 for the season. So from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. To throw, it's Williams. He'll get this underneath to Swift. And he's out of bounds inside the 35. Another first down, another big play. The defense has some issues. Gain of 18.
At the 43-yard line.
I met this little girlie. Her hair was kind of curly. Went to her house and I had to leave her early.
What is up? Blue.
Here's Gainwell. Has some room inside the 30. And he's going to take this all the way to the Bears' 15-yard line.
4 yards.
A gain there of 27 yards.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick and he hit it. Next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
Volunteer. What is up?
Here's a handoff and Swift running right. And he'll take this one. DeAndre Swift. Touchdown. Great, sometimes we say it too often. That was an edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, the offense does their job. But can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive. They've still got some work to do.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kicks away. For the return, it's Keyshawn Nixon. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Ready. Set, right. Yellow, 22. Ready.
On first down, it's Love. This one is caught by Reed. Bring him down on the other side of midfield.
It's a gain of 29.
That one good for
That's
29.
good for a Packers.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
Williams in motion.
Set, hut.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Open space to the 35.
Gain of 17
And he'll be taken down.
That's another.
A big place to start this drive.
It's a gain of
17 on this one.
And the Packers
First and 10.
first down.
Come on, set. 45. White. Ready.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They brought him back behind the line. It's second down.
The key to great defensive line play is the get-off. When that ball moves, how fast can you get off the ball and get into the backfield? That's exactly what we saw here. Quick read, react, get off the block, take him down for a loss.
No one over the field. Drop it to his running back. That's a good game there. It's going to wind up just a couple of yards shy of that first down.
Third and 2.
Now a third and 2.
Down. 33. Yellow. Ready.
From the gun, it's Love. Got his man at the 6. And he's into the end zone. What a response.
Green Bay. Jason
Savion
Sanders
Williams.
for the extra point.
Touchdown, Green Bay. The extra
His
point by
kick is
Sanders
good.
is good. And the Packers will extend this third quarter lead.
Bears 29. Jason Sanders set to kick
After
off.
the touchdown, Myers is back to boot this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And a solid one back there. He'll get this out at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
They'll go play action here with Williams. Downfield by Odunze. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
A gain of
It's
36
another
yards.
big play in a game that's had its share. 36 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
Here's Williams on first and 10. Complete to Swift. And they take them down to the 20-yard line.
A gain of 12 yards. That's another Bears first down. First
That
and
whistle's
10
here,
at the
and a
20-yard
penalty.
line.
like somebody moved early up front.
Let's be smart, let's be smart.
What is up?
To throw is Williams. And he's going to be taken down a sack on what likely will wrap up play in this third quarter.
Of 10. Leads to second
So
down.
no shortage of
At the
offense in this
35-yard
one
line.
as we end the third. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
What is up? Touchdown!
Williams. Loveland open right side. He's got it. And now in formation. He's taken down inside the 10.
That's another Bears first down. First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Here's Williams now to throw. And he will score. Luther Burton. Touchdown, Chicago. Saka is good on the extra point.
Makes the score
Bears have cut the deficit to 5.
Bears 36.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. And no chance to return this one.
Packers take over
Through the end
first
zone
and 10
for a touchback.
at their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go, here we go. 33, yellow.
In motion, Reed.
Ready?
Loves to throw it on first down. That's to Reed. He's got it. Across midfield, out of the opposing 46-yard line.
And the Packers first down. A gain of 19 yards. First down, Green Bay.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut.
Number 30
Trying to get
on
back
the
to the
carry.
line, but he's not
He
happy.
was taken
Gonna
down
lose a
behind the
yard.
line of scrimmage.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's second and 11.
Ready? Yellow, 43. Set.
They'll stick with him again. And this is a slight improvement over the previous visit. These are not gaining any either. It's third down.
Ready? Set. Ready, ready. 10, hut.
Here's Love to throw. He gets that complete as he hits Reed. 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
That's good.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense. You don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock, but the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the fourth quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that third down conversion is going to go a long way. Take the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that,
First down.
I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again.
Red, 30, set.
This time they're ready for it. The roots are on the left snap. Not this one. They stop it for the no gain.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down in his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball. They bring him down for a short gain.
Here's a second and 9.
Here we go, set. Black 40.
Here's Love. That's to the end zone, but they can't finish it. It's incomplete. Tucker Kraft was the intended receiver there. And it'll be third down.
Let's go. Ready?
Now Love. He's got it inside. He's going to have the first down. Just missed the marker. It is first and goal.
First down. First and goal
Check
at
two.
the 4-yard line.
Ready. 52 points. Hut.
Here's a run. He'll work forward for about 4. It's second down.
Brought down just shy of the goal line. 4-yard gain brings up second and goal.
Set hut. 45. One. Set hut.
And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Jaden Reed. Touchdown, Packers. His second touchdown of the afternoon. The extra point by Sanders is good.
Makes the
Now the
score.
Packers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter. After this, I'm down Myers is back to boot this one away. Shaheed now to return it. And their drive will begin at the 30-yard line.
The Bears take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Williams. He'll swing this out to Swift. Williams was not going to get too far after a gain of just a yard.
Brings up second and 9 at the 31-yard line.
On second down, it's Williams. He'll let this one go deep down the right sideline. Williams, that ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Would have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down.
He told us earlier in the week that his ball skills might actually be better than some of the guys he's covering, and we kind of chuckled. But it's pretty clear to see where that confidence comes from, Mike. I mean, the next step for him, not only go up and attack that ball at its highest point, but come down with the pick.
On third down, it's Williams. That'll be taken in by Moore. Williams doesn't turn away, and the ball's out. And it will be another turnover as the... Defense does it again.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your option. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
From 31, here's second down and 4.
Here we go. Here we go. 10 black. Hut, hut.
To throw is Lowe. That one downfield, but they cannot connect. And it's incomplete. Jaden Reed was the intended target.
Isaiah Simmons
Now it's the third down.
Certainly not one of his better throws, but what I've loved out of this quarterback today, Mike, was just how aggressive he's remained throughout the entire course of the game. continue to push the ball downfield. Even if it falls incomplete, it opens up everything else in this passing game, and they've had their way so far today.
Ready?
From the gun, on third down, it's Love. On target to Williams. He's got it. And he's into the end zone.
Touchdown,
Samuel Williams.
Jason Sanders.
Touchdown, Green Bay. Two touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
Makes the score Packers 51.
So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. And he's brought down right
Bears take
at the
over
25-yard line.
at their own 25-yard line.
What is up?
Going on first down, it's Williams. Forced out wide. He's got a man running with them, and they connect. And he's going to be brought down inside the 15. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. The game is 64.
First and 10
Still
at
get
the
a first
11-yard
down
line.
at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Flush to his right.
Dad, what is up?
Throwing on second down. Williams. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Uncle Burton leads inside. And third down coming up.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Third and long. Here's Williams. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Neha. He's going to go out of bounds for a third and intercepted at the 35-yard line.
They'll take over
Ball rest at the 37.
at their
It's
own
first and 10.
37-yard line.
Black 40.
Travel start on the ground. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. Perfect start there. Gain of 15 and a first
Gain
down.
of 15. First down, Green Bay.
Let's go now. 33. Yellow. Ready.
Counter on first down. This time the sliding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him
He was
right
tackled
at
at
the
the
line of
46-yard
scrimmage.
line. A gain of a
It is
yard.
second and 9.
Brings up second and 9.
Set. Ready.
Here's Love. He'll keep this himself. And he's going to bring it away. They're going to bring down on the other side of midfield.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Ready. Yep.
Out of the shotgun. It's Love. Open his crack. He's got it. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
It's a gain of 32 yards.
Coming up now for first and 10.
Packers,
Ready.
first down.
Black.
A gain
95.
of 22 yards. And the Packers
Middle they go.
first down.
Finding room to the 20. And they'll finally run him down, but he takes it inside the 10-yard line.
Packers,
That is a gain of 22, and it sets up So, it's a win here for the visiting Packers. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season. So, that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Max.